My friends, real friends, better than your friends. That's how we keep popping out that binge, yeah. No foes, real friends, we ain't even gotta pretend, yeah. Get bands, spin it all on my friends, yeah. Pull me up, pull me up.
What's up, WTK gang? It's your girl Kennedy.
It's Talitha.
It's Taje.
And it's Kourtney.
And today we have a video over our first year of college. So let's get right into it. First, I want to give a heads up as to why we haven't uploaded in a minute. And it's because we've been dealing with school and they've been playing basketball. And so yeah, we haven't really had time to upload any videos, but we're back and better.
Back and better, I like it. So today we're pretty much just giving advice on college, if you're in college, going into college, or if you just want to hear stuff about life. That's what we're here for. So our first one that we want to talk about is balance and time management. That's very, very important, and that's one of the main topics that I learned through my first year of college.
Yeah, just like also with us playing basketball, it was like we had to balance that and grades and all that stuff, still studying and all that stuff. But we had study hall, so that really like let us balance things out, work and playing the game and all that stuff.
And what I had to really figure out is that it's work before play. Don't forget the reason why you're in college is for your education. So always do your work before anything.
Yeah. I know like the first week that we got there or whatever, like I was not worried about no work. Like it was nothing, no work.
Same for us.
It was like, let's go out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. I mean, in high school, it's kind of the same way. Like, balance is, like, a big thing, too. But when you get to college now, like, you're on your own. Like, you don't have anybody telling you, like, no, you can't do this. No, you can't do that. Yeah, if you do go to college for sports, yeah, you have your coach saying that as well. But you have time off, too. So it's, like, you have to learn how to, like, do your schoolwork and go out at the same time. But still maintaining that good grades because you don't want to, like, go into another school and then like have bad grades just because you were too worried about going out. So like a big saying is for me is like cry now, laugh later. So right now, yeah, it may be tough, it may be hard, but then once you get into your future and your career, you have like so much time for vacation.
Because you work so hard.
Yeah, so much time to like do whatever you want to do now because you work so hard at this age.
Right.
So when you get a little bit older, you can have like a lot more free time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So our second thing is like what is one of your fears that you had going into college or whatever? So I guess a fear for me is like, cause I hate speaking in front of people, and like college, you know, you have like those upper class people that you're probably gonna have to take speech with. So I was always nervous about that. So I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna sound stupid or what, you know what I'm saying? But like whenever I got into it and we had to do speech class, I was always the first person to go up and speak. So like I overcame that fear and yeah, just learned how to talk more. And
That's good. My fear is kind of on the first topic that we talked about, was time management. In high school, it was easier for me to like come home and my parents kind of told me like, okay, get your homework done anyway, because we didn't go out much anyway to begin with. But in college, I knew that it would be different because we'll be on our own, no parents telling us, you know, come home now and do stuff like that. So it was mostly just time management and knowing for yourself when to get your stuff done, when you should be studying. Although other people might be doing something else, you know what's best for you.
Yeah. Mine was my first class. I'm an actual physics major, so I was, you know, physics in high school is so different from college. So, or this is basically for any class you're taking. I was nervous to go into college thinking that the classes were going to be, you know, as easy as high school. They were a lot harder, but that was my fear going into college, is that I wasn't going to be prepared for the hard classes and stuff. But I got over that fear pretty quickly because everyone around you is exactly the same. All the incoming students, or even if you're not a freshman going into any classes, college isn't easy and it's not supposed to be easy. So you just kind of have to have that mindset that it's okay to, you know, be vulnerable and to, if you're struggling, then get help.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, get help.
Don't be afraid to not like get help. It's okay to struggle.
always think positive. Always positive.
Yeah, everything doesn't come easily, so
Push through it.
push through it and learn it.
You got this.
A fear that I had going into college, as you guys know, me and Taje do play basketball. So high school basketball and college basketball it's obviously totally different, more competitive in college because everybody's trying to get to that next level. Everybody's trying to be seen. So just playing with older people, you know, like in high school you have your age group. I mean, you may have like a freshman on the team if you're a sophomore or something, but you have, you know, you being 19, you can have like people that's 21, or you can have people that's, you know, older than that on your team. So, you know, being able to compete with people that's older or a lot more talented than you was a fear for me because I didn't know how it was going to be. But you go to college. I mean, we went to college for a reason. Somebody saw potential in us. So I just had to remind myself that I have potential, that I can do this. So it's okay. It's all about self-control. You got this. Go in there and be the best you that you can be. You can't be like other people. You can only be the best you. So I just had to remind myself that I can be the best me and to go out there and perform like the way I can. So if I do that, it's okay to make mistakes, you know, like she said, it's okay to struggle. It's okay to make mistakes on the court, you know, you just have to learn from them and just get better. So, I mean, that's a...
Right, God gave you this talent, so you might as well go out and show it. And okay, I'm talking.
Yeah, like that was kind of
rude. Sorry. But yeah, God gave you this talent. Go out and show it and do your best.
Yeah, but that's anything. It's not just sports. Like in life, be the best you. Don't try to, you know,
don't be fake.
Live up to other people. Yeah.
If God bless you with a warm heart, don't let other people turn it cold.
Exactly.
Amen.
Like, you know,
I made that quote up.
Yeah, that was good.
Quote me
that
on
was
it.
good. Like, y'all know that movie, like, Keeping Up with the Joneses or whatever it is. Don't try to keep up with the Arringtons, with the Sleets, with anybody else. Keep up with who you are.
I mean, you can keep up with me though, cause I'm good. I'm
a positive person.
Yeah. If you're interested, ask me about it.
Exactly. Like, but but like she said, like if you see something in us that you're trying to get better at, always ask. But I'm saying, like, don't try to be exactly like them because it's not gonna work because you're not them.
Because you're your own person.
Exactly.
Right? There's hate in the world. You know, you're gonna deal with hateful people.
Yeah.
And there's love in the world. You're gonna deal with loving people. So.
Yeah.
Right, just like everybody be saying, do you, boo-boo.
Spread love.
The next thing is don't be afraid to find new people. So going to college, obviously us four had to split up, but I always had my twin with me.
Right.
They always had them. They had each other. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, don't be afraid to find new people because a lot of people, in fact, go into college as an individual, like without a sibling.
That's hard.
And there is. Yeah, they have a lot of fears. Like, I have a younger sister that is going to college next year, and she's talking about how she's, you know, afraid to go in by herself. But I told her, trust me, everyone has the same fear as you do. Even if you do go in with the sister, you have to go to separate classes, separate classes, way different majors and stuff. Yeah. So, don't be afraid to find new people. It's gonna be, you know, amazing to find how many people
you could learn from.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, it doesn't matter what age group. Like, I'm honestly a lot of friends with upperclassmen because don't find people necessarily like your age. That doesn't mean you have to connect. Find people with your maturity level. That's where you can really connect. Because some people our age, you know, are childish. Yeah. Childish. Some people older are even childish. But like, you just gotta find people that you know, have a good head on their shoulders and like what you were saying earlier, goals. Careers.
Right,
exactly.
Don't go with people that is not on the same mindset as you, like going forward.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And it's okay to have like a friend that's more like a party person. You can go out with them a couple times. That's fine. Just know your worth and know that you're not gonna be doing everything they're doing. Right?
Yeah, don't go to college trying to change like your whole mindset, your whole personality. You go to college to find who you are because you're going to college by yourself now.
Right.
So you're going to college to experience what you like, what you don't like. So don't go to college like trying to change and be like Kennedy or try to be like Taje. You know, you have to go to college being your own individual and find friends that's okay with you being yourself. Right. You know, that's not. Go ahead.
Y'all will grow so much. Like, we are only about to be sophomores. We were done with two semesters of college. And we've grown so much. Like, I came home and I'm like, Mom, like, I'm an adult now. She's like, calm down. You only been through 1 year. I was like, okay.
I'm grown now.
That's
grown just a little bit. Grown just a little bit.
You definitely learn a lot.
Right. Yeah. You learn a lot.
About yourself, about yourself. Like, everyone was saying, like, before you go to college, you're going to learn so much about yourself. And I was like, what does that even mean? Like,
Right, like I think
you don't really know it
about
until
yourself.
you see it. You don't really know it until you see it.
And then you realize that you learn a lot about
And
yourself.
also in college, you don't always have to be around people. You can always be like to yourself. You know what I'm saying? To find yourself. Yeah. And so,
but don't be trying to go into college trying to find your first love. Because your first year of college ain't it. Your first year of college, you should be trying to get into the schoolwork or trying to get into, maybe partying a little bit. But don't be trying to go into college trying to find who you finna marry.
Definitely these days, like,
yeah, it's not gonna. It's not.
And social media, it's just too much.
It's too much. Yeah, you're gonna be over there depressed trying to find your first love and maintain schoolwork. It's not worth it.
Now, if you meet a nice guy, then that's fine. But just know that.
Right.
Education comes first.
Yeah. You don't want to make stuff too stressful on you because college itself is already something stressful. Yeah. So adding on more stress is just going to be too much for you. But if you can balance it, go ahead, girl. Or go ahead, boy, do you. But I'm just saying, be careful.
Be careful.
Yeah. And the fourth one is trust your instinct, guys. Like, if you have lived with a family that has morals and has things and traditions that you have to follow, like, don't go off to college trying to change those, because you always know in your heart, your conscience telling you, like, this doesn't feel right, and if that's telling you that, then don't do it, because it's probably right, because if you go off of something that you've never done before and then trying to experience it, like, you don't know what it does to your body, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could, like, you could see your friends doing this and then you try it and then you in the hospital, you know what I'm saying? So, like, be careful with, like, what you take in, because you don't know, like, your difference between somebody else and yours. Like, if you never experienced it, or you went to high school, being this way, and then you're trying to go to college just because you see everybody doing it and you try it, it could be totally different. So, like, trust your instinct, when you have that devil right here and then you have the godly little thing right here, and God telling you, like, don't do it, and you got the devil like, do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it, because God telling you don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you finna go pick up that beer and then you like, I really shouldn't, put it back. Don't let your friend come over. Come on, girl, you gonna have a good time. Pick up that beer.
Peer pressure. And I'm a faithful person, so if something in myself, like, is telling me not to do something, I'm like, that's God talking to me.
Yeah, it is. It's real.
It is.
You feel it. It's real.
It is.
Trust in yourself. Like, before anyone else, trust yourself.
Yeah.
Don't always trust in people.
Just because they talk.
Don't trust in people, to be honest.
Don't. Like, you can't say that you trust somebody and you only known them for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't. Like, you can't think you know somebody, and just because y'all been together for 3 weeks, y'all slept over each other's dorm room, and y'all been together 3 weeks, and now you know them. That ain't it. Okay? Because we've known them for, like, years, and we still have more learning for each other. But, you can trust them because you've been together for years. But if you just going into college and you trying to go out that weekend, and they telling you to do this, and you know that you shouldn't be doing it, don't do it. Be careful first.
Be careful.
Look out first,
But also remember, like, you're going to learn from your mistakes. Like, not everything's going to be like this and this.
Oh, yes.
Learn, try new things, but be smart with it, you know?
And that's what we learned in college, because we've talked to each other, because we've all came across people that was fake. And all this stuff. And that we thought that we could have trusted.
You're going to encounter
to be honest, that we thought that we could have trusted, but, like,
because not everybody not real.
And people talk too much.
Yeah, and everybody talks too much. Especially, not saying that we, like, okay, yeah, we're all very beautiful. Like, I'm just go ahead and say it. You know what I'm saying? So you have people that are very jealous or very insecure in themselves, that they just want to bring other people down for no reason. Like, you don't, like, you don't even have to do nothing to them, but just because they see you, just because they see you talking to this guy that they really want to talk to, but you just friends with this guy, they can be so hurt.
I know, we got a story.
They can be so hurt. They can be so hurt.
Let me sit back.
So hurt. I'm telling y'all, we got story times, but we ain't got time for the story times.
Yeah, next
time.
We
got story times, okay? We got story times coming. But yeah, just trust y'all instinct, y'all. Be smart when you go to college, okay?
Be smart.
Just be smart.
All right, the last thing we want to talk about are pros and cons of us four splitting up, them two sticking together and us two sticking together. Yeah. But one thing I just want to say is that at the end of the day, when stuff would happen with our roommates or little friends that we just made, I always knew who to go back to and ask for advice, to talk to, vent to, because you need that. So it would be these pros right here.
Yeah, don't think that, like, when you go into college you gotta replace anybody.
We definitely know we're not replacing.
Because a lot of people that we know in high school is, like, so surprised because we're all all still friends now.
Yes.
And you know, you have a lot of people telling you, like, when you go off to college, those are going to be mainly your friends. Like, yes, I do agree with that, because we did make friends that we know that we're going to be longtime friends with, but we also know that, like, we've been together since high school going into college, so I know that I can trust them a lot more than I do, and I just met these people 1 year, you know what I'm saying?
And it's like,
So, no, go ahead.
and it's like also too, like, we didn't text each other probably like 2 weeks maybe or whatever, but we always had stuff to come back to, like, girl, this happened, that happened, you know what I'm saying? It always, like, you know what I'm saying, we always had stuff to talk about, and always, like, check up on each other and all that stuff, like, and all that stuff, so it was
a simple I love you or I miss you, you know what I'm saying? Just like before you go to sleep or something, and then, you know, you just see them text back and you're happy, but like you don't always have to have that conversation with somebody that you know that's already in your corner.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to talk to them on the
to,
daily.
Yeah, what I was trying to get to was, like, we didn't always have to talk to each other. We didn't always have to text each other or whatever and all that stuff, just to know that we were still good. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
You
we
don't have to
always
text
know we
every
had
day.
each other and all that stuff. So,
But I
we were miles apart. We were close to hearts.
yeah.
I
But I think that also goes with having two of each other. You know, like I have Taje, she has Kennedy, so like you don't always have to check up on them because you already know that you have somebody that's always gonna have their back, and that's a good thing with like being a twin too. Like if I don't have to text Kenny and Kourtney, like I always know that I have Taje there. You know what I'm saying? So you don't always have to be too worried because you always have two. You know. But yeah, guys, that's basically it on advice for people that's in college or going to college or about life in general.
So I hope you take this advice. You know,
Subscribe, you
Thumbs
know,
up.
hit that like button, you know,
and
comment.
we have social media, so we'll be sure to add that in the comments so that y'all can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You know.
Exactly. But we love you guys. Always stay tuned for more videos. Peace out, TWINKEES.
Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank.